Welcome to Breaker Bounty.
Alright guys, it's your boy Breaker Bounty. This is episode 3 of the Multi-Moc series review. This series was originally designed to give people inspiration on detail that they can capture in small Mocs. Anyway, I hope you guys like the 3 Mocs that we have today. Alright guys, this is our first Moc. This Moc is titled Inquisitor Duel. And overall, this Moc really isn't the best detailed in the world. But I think it's worth showing. This Moc was originally made for a time-lapse, which you guys can also find on my channel. Please subscribe to find it. And this, if you've already seen the time-lapse and are now coming to this video, you'll notice that this is actually a much modified Moc. The scene is actually a lot different. The original scene is just all these stormtroopers gunning down this like Jedi temple guard. This one's much modified to have like a Inquisitor duel scene, and then also the other modification are the plants that are kind of stationed around it. I was just trying to find something to pop color, and those plants just really did it. There's not much to say, as I already said, but I like the snot work on this little like platform. I guess the overall story is that this, like the dude in the gray hood, is actually a Jedi Padawan, where the Empire and Inquisitor have chased them. Chased him to this like kind of like remote outpost, and then he's about to get like killed by an Inquisitor, and then out of nowhere this like temple guard like saves his life, and it's like, I don't know. The story, I'll probably one day like finish up the story on my channel. This is actually part of a large like story arc, but there's no promise saying that it'll like the story will ever get fully released. Overall, I think it's a good Moc. Stay tuned for the next Moc. Alright guys, this next Moc is titled Sith Cave on Mustafar, and what I love about this Moc is that it's so hard to light it up. Like, this entire Moc is black, and then there's like the little lava details. But aside from that, I don't know, it's just, you guys probably won't get a good view of this ever. I mean, this is probably the best I can give you, is because this entire thing is just black, and it just, I don't know, it's just interesting. You see, I don't know, a lot of Mocs, like a lot of people rate them on like how much color they have and how much the color splashes, but I think when it comes to this Moc and a lot of other Mocs, it's the lack of color that truly like makes it interesting. And I think that this lack of color truly works. There's only one other Moc I'd compare it to, that's Holograms from Home. Make sure to check that Moc out. I did not make it, just to say that, but that Moc's really interesting. That's kind of like what gave me the inspiration to make this like completely black Moc. And then of course it's the overall story is, there's not much of a story. It's a Sith like meditation cave on Mustafar, and then there's just Darth Vader, and then there's like a Sith statue in the background. So it's a really cool Moc. I love it. I love these like rock pillars that kind of like build themselves up, and how like one pillar is like much larger than the other. It works really well, all of the lava details. And then another way I've discovered to do really cool rock work is if you kind of just use these like vent pieces, like cheese slopes kind of, it just, right here especially, it just creates this really nice like rocky detail, and that's what I love about this. Overall, the kind of like transition of this path into the rock was mostly inspired by the fact that I found an interesting fact online, and is that Darth Vader's castle on Mustafar is actually built out of like lava rock. It's not like an imperial like metal kind of thing. I just thought that was interesting, and I figured if there's going to be caves, and these pathways are probably going to be like made out of rock as well, so I wanted to transition from like these rock pathways into like rock, just like really nice looking. So that all worked. The lava details, I don't know, there's not much to say about them. They look nice, they definitely pop out, so that's cool. And then there's this little, let's see, this statue is actually removable. It's kind of loose, and I kind of did that on purpose. That way you can see those like little, it's just like not an arch, but just like a triangular like formation. And I think that looks really cool. Anyway, that's my second Moc I have for you. I hope you guys like the final Moc. Alright guys, this final Moc is titled Betrayal. This is basically just another replication of Order 66, in which I just love creating Mocs for Order 66. They all just blend in so well, and it kind of just gives you an opportunity to mess around with like techniques and like aesthetics. So let's just dive right in. I think the first thing that you really just like that's eye-catching is this snot pathway. There's like nothing much, but I just love like the vent details and how it's like curved right here. It just all blends in really well, and then you got these two like pipes that kind of like run through the entire thing, which just it all looks really nice. I love how like the colors actually pop out in this one. The other one was like purposely done to be colorless. This one's full of color. I love that kind of like contrast. Like as you can see, like the clones have their own colors, like the brown armed battalions. And then you got like Commander Mazia. That's what I named him. But it all just works really well. And the Jedi aliens I think are also a really nice choice, especially with their like lightsabers kind of like blend in with their species as well. So I hope you guys like this mock. The inspiration for like this like mud design was originally based off of kind of my ideas of what if a marsh had no plants in it. So that's kind of like where this came from. So you got like the water that kind of like runs through it, and then there's just absolutely no vegetation kind of like growing on the planet, which I also just love. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will tune into my other videos. Please subscribe. Anyway, let's take one last look at the characters. Alright guys, for Multi-Moc episode 3, we are having a rather large amount of custom minifigures. So the first one that we are starting with is the like Jedi Padawan. There's nothing interesting. I don't think he's like worth showing much about, but he's a cool minifigure. He's basically just Unkar Slugs, just with a different like face on it. So that's interesting. Next is a kind of just like a alien species Jedi. There's like a purple lightsaber, and then basically that's like one of the older Obi-Wan like old Ben Kenobi bodies, and then it has like a black cape and black pants. So that was a nice like contrast of colors. Next is the Sith statue, and this one is actually really interesting, even though it's like plain black. I love how there's like that pedestal at the bottom kind of just like raises it up, and like in the mock you'll notice that I just like love how it's like above Vader. It's just like, I don't know, it gives you the feeling that like Vader, he's powerful, but like there's more Sith than him. And then next is this like brown armed clone battalion trooper. There's no official name for the battalion or anything. It's not like something that's actually in Star Wars, but I thought it was really interesting to make. Next on the list we have one of the brown armed battalion members, this time with both a battle droid in the arm. That was like inspired by a Kashyyyk mock that I saw, and then it has like that new like clone head that I love. I just love how like they kind of like change up the skin tone, and it just looks not only more accurate but just amazing to the like trooper itself. Next we have the Jedi Temple Guard. I don't have a Jedi Temple Guard head, so I just switched it out with an old man. This character's really cheesy, but I still just love how like cartoony he is and how he has that like nice little smile. After that we have the dead Jedi, or dying Jedi, I guess. I don't know why that laser bolt's just stuck in him. He clearly has a problem that needs to be fixed, but I think he's a funny minifigure. I love how like the blue does contrast with like the rest of his like robes. So that's nice. Next we have clone ARC Trooper Beacon. I think that was an interesting name. I chose the name on my own, and also the clone trooper design, or ARC Trooper design, on my own. It's not like an official trooper from Star Wars, but I thought it was a really interesting one to make for the mock. So I hope you guys like those. And now we have the top 3 most interesting minifigures. Starting with Commander Mazia. Originally, that's like the Commander Neo's body, but I needed a different name because he was going to be like, because like he's on a different Order 66 time period, and like original Commander Neo was like gunning down a Jedi and like a BARC speeder, so I needed a different name. So Commander Mazia fit. Next, on second place is the Inquisitor. Nothing to talk about. I just love how it looks. I love how there's like a hand on the lightsaber to kind of like create like that look. It just looks nice. He doesn't have like the crescent blade or anything, or not blade, crescent handle, but it's because I didn't have that piece. But I think that hand does definitely fit and make it look special. And finally, we have the Bith Jedi, and I just love this minifigure. He's just hilarious, I feel like, with the 2 green lightsabers and then just that ridiculous looking Bith head. I just love it, and I hope you guys like it too. Anyway, if you like what I do, please subscribe. If you do not like what I do, please subscribe. Please just keep subscribing, keep smashing that subscribe button. I need subscribers. Anyway, I hope you guys like this mock review. Come back next week, or in like a couple weeks. Just keep coming back for more videos. Anyway, guys, have fun.